DDSN Nation, what does CFE believe in this season in terms of fading teams? Fade Washington State. I said last week that I was wrong about Washington State hosting San Diego State, but I thought that had more to do about San Diego State than it did Washington State. And so I took UNT minus 5.5. I think we were on the right side there. So what are we going to do this week? We're going to take Washington, but listen carefully to my play here. We're going to take Washington in the first half, and I'll tell you why. So number one, obviously, we're going to keep fading Washington State. They've got a quarterback carousel. If you've ever seen a quarterback carousel, it's at Wazoo right now, and it's between a bunch of mid quarterbacks. You guys remember what happened last year for this rivalry game? Washington State went into Seattle and took down the Huskies. They had a goal line stand towards the end of the game. Now, Husky fans would argue they should have won that game. Maybe so, probably so. But it was still a competitive game. That was obviously a much worse Washington team. That they were in rebuild mode at the time against a much better Washington State team. Now it's Washington State, the host, but now Wazoo's going through the rebuild, and Washington's the much improved team here. I like Washington from their own team total perspective, and I like Washington State to fade. Obviously I like to fade Washington State here. But the reason why I'm going with the first half here, Washington's coming off of a bye week. You know who Washington has next week?
Who they have?
Ohio State.
Ohio State? Oh, wow.
They're hosting the Buckeyes.
I forgot that's a conference game now. So yeah.
So there's obviously some potential look ahead there, especially late in this game if it's already out of reach.
Yeah.
And I think it will be. But here's the thing. It's the Apple Cup. Washington is not going to sleepwalk coming into this game. They're coming off the bye. Jed Fish for Washington. They obviously have revenge on their minds. I interviewed some guys for Washington this past summer. Well, I interviewed one guy. I spoke with a few Washington guys this past summer, and they were all talking about this revenge spot. They know it's the week before Ohio State, but they're going to come out on fire coming out of the bye week, and that's what I expect here. I don't think Washington – you have that key – it's above a key number here, obviously, for the first half, above 10.5. So, yes, again, it's above 10, and you have the hook there, but I don't care. That doesn't stop me from fading Washington State and tailing Washington. And starting this week, John, I'm going to be tailing the Huskies. I love Damon Williams. If you haven't heard or seen Damon Williams play yet, please watch Damon Williams against Washington State. He is get your popcorn ready quality for a quarterback. I think Washington is going to absolutely hammer Washington State. The only thing that scares me in terms of the full game spread, which is like 19.5, 20.5, depending on where you look, is Washington. If they're up by, let's say, 28, 31, 35, what happens late? Because Washington State, it's a rivalry game for them too. They're not going to ever quit in this kind of a game. And Washington might start to look ahead to Ohio State. Washington's winning this game. The question is by how much for the full game. I don't know. There could be garbage time. There may not be. Maybe Washington State is just that bad. They could be. But I'll take Washington to take care of business in the first half. I know it's above a key number. You're not going to have to lay much juice, at least like minus 108, minus 110-ish. But yeah, I'm going on a tangent now, but give me the Huskies minus 10.5 in the first half at Washington State, the only road team I'm going to be tailing this week.